Okay, Carlos, we'll start with your overall thoughts about the draw tonight.
Well, I don't know, in the first half, I don't think we were confident playing with the ball. We had the spaces there, but we didn't look confident. At some point, we entered the same game that they proposed. It was a lot of long balls, a lot of direct game. So second half was much better, especially the first 20 minutes. Playing from the back, we find those through balls, the extra guys in the middle, and we start creating something important up front, especially on the right side with Paredes. And again, another PK. It's the third one in a row, and we missed a lot of individual mistakes with the ball. We lost too many easy balls, passes. So I think I like the attitude, the intensity compared with Charleston game. I think they brought it this time, but we need to grow, we need to be better, we need to improve, especially at home, to get the 3 points.
Coach, what did you see on that penalty against your team there at the end? What did you look like to you?
It's too far away from me. Looks like when I watched the replay, it looks like was outside the penalty area. Might be right, might be wrong. I don't know. I had to look up to watch the video again. But on the stadium replay, it looks like I was outside. My point for me, especially for the ref, is they don't use VAR, so they should take 1 or 2 extra seconds to think what the call is going to be, because she was like, evenly in yellow cards that we get, fouls that don't deserve to be a yellow card, and she got right away yellow card without thinking. She saw a guy going down, oh, that's automatically a yellow card. You don't use them VAR, you have to be more thoughtful about your calls. And same thing for the PK. I seen the guy went down, she called the PK. There's no VAR, so there's no way that you can get back on that call.
What do you mean? You say more confidence. You want to see more confidence from your team. What do you mean by that?
We were much better with the ball. Fighting those duels, winning second balls. That was something that we didn't show in our last game against Charleston. This time we improved that part. We were better.
I think you were outshot 15-11. You only had 1 shot on goal. You said you felt your guys are confident in the second half, were aggressive. What will it take or what things need to be worked out for your guys to be able to have more chances on goal, more shots on target?
Be cleaner, be sharper, especially with the ball. As I say, a lot of times we come out of the back good, and when we're going to the final pass or pass to our wingers, we miss those passes too short, too hard. They were blocked because it wasn't proper, or take extra touches, and it should be early pass, all those little details, But in the first half, also we play from the back with Richard, and we struggle a lot trying to find the guys on the middle. Or even if you're going to play a long ball, make sure you play a long ball where you put your teammate forward in a good situation to win it.
Do you feel the first half kind of led to this result tonight?
No, it's a 90-minute games. You have your highs and lows in games. But it's gonna be half and a half. You can have the percentage has to be higher. When you have your good moments, you can have 80-20 also, but like 50-50, that's not enough.
We talked about Tulsa's PK, but what did you think about the one that you guys earned in the first half? How your team sort of persevered, followed that play through, and ended up earning that opportunity?
Well, I think that was our best play in the first half. We knew those guys press high, but at the same time, when you have a team who press that high and that aggressive, they're going to leave spaces behind. And the play started from the back, I believe from Nelson or Reese. And when they start sending people to press, we play through. And that's when we had 2 guys on the backs, Luke and Paredes, As I believe, not the first one on Luke, but I believe Don Paredes was contacted by the goalie. So that's when we get the PK.
What can you say about the save that Richard made in the second half? I mean, he leaped up, middle of the goal, and he, prevented what could have been the winning, decisive goal of the game.
Yeah, he did well in the second half. He made, I believe, 2 subs. 2 great subs for us. That's what the mistakes in Auckland. Nothing I can do, nothing I can say against him. That happens, and the only person or goalie who don't make the mistake is the one who never play. But that's why he's there. We cannot clap him when he make a sub, or we cannot criticize him when he make a mistake. The thing is how he do it overall on the season, and I believe overall in general he's been doing well for us.
You have a friendly this weekend. What opportunities does that present to you and your team?
Sorry?
You have a friendly this weekend.
Yeah.
So what opportunity does that present to you guys?
Well, first of all, we're playing a team from Spain, from La Liga, a team who play at a high level in Europe, high level league in Europe, and that's a good opportunity for the guys who don't get the minutes tonight, and also for a bunch of academy kids that they've been practice with us since preseason. So it's a good opportunity to see those guys on the field, and especially for a team come from La Liga.
Do you think with your team maybe kind of, I don't want to say falling off, but I mean the results at least recently haven't been quite what you wanted. Does it mean there's sort of more of an opportunity for those guys that play on Saturday to work their way into the team than there usually might be?
Yeah, every time they have the chance to step on the field, it's a good opportunity to show themselves. It's not like, as I say, the starting line is not set. We go week by week. If on Saturday I see that one of those guys who don't play much in this game, on the last game, I say, okay, he make a good impression on the coaching staff, and I think he deserves minutes for the next game. Yeah, that's a good opportunity for him.
What do you think having Mitch back tonight brought to the team?
The leadership of the team. He's a little, especially in the back line, he's the guy who talks a lot, and even with the ball, with those diagonal ball or through balls, he's good doing that. So it's always good to have a player like him on the starting lineup.